Station in Johannesburg, so we can get an idea of how the trains are running in that area. As you know, from today, 15% of passengers will be allowed on trains, helping the commute to work this morning. Let's see how people have taken to this in Johannesburg. Hasina, I think we're up and running with you now. Talk to us about Park Station, usually an exceptionally busy station in Johannesburg. How's it looking today?
Good morning, Leanne. Yes, as you mentioned, usually a hive of activity here. It is one of the transport nodes of Gauteng, Johannesburg. It's your place where your daily commuting of trains would usually take place, as well as long distance trains would usually be running from here, as well as the bus and Gautrain stations. But this morning on the train side, we know that this specific line is not running in Gauteng. The only trains that are currently operating is in Pretoria, the Pienaarsport line, which is from Hatfield to Mamelodi. That is the only trains that are currently in operation. This is to allow for PRASA to go through and check whether or not the social distancing as well as the hygiene and sanitizing measures that they've put into place will work. We know one of the concerns when it comes to PRASA specifically is that the overcrowding on trains is an issue on a normal day. And now with COVID-19 and social distancing being one of the key factors in flattening the curve, I think they want to make sure and ensure that these measures are now in place, that we don't see that overcrowding. So there's certain measures that are now being tried out. One is that they want to try and sell online tickets. This is to limit the amount of passengers that they have daily. We know that today they said there's going to be under 500 passengers per train, which is a big drop from the amount that usually use the train daily. Also, they're looking at other measures such as a limited number of seats to allow for spacing out as well. So this morning here, quite a quiet morning. We saw the odd few passengers just coming through, but most knew that trains are not operating at the moment. We were in Naledi, Soweto, south of Johannesburg as well. Earlier this morning, it was a complete ghost town there, with the trains station being completely closed and no passengers or commuters waiting as well. No security guards. Here we saw one security guard and one gate open, but for most part it's been really, really quiet.
Right, Hasina Gori, thanks very much, giving us an update there from Park Station, also from Soweto, giving us a bird's eye view of the fact that not many people are going and using the trains today. Perhaps it was a matter of messaging, or perhaps it was just a story that people thought 15%. Let me just try and get to work on time catching taxis. All right, let's get into the market.